What is going on, everyone? This is Summer32. Welcome you guys back to our Week 5 LDL post-commentary for the Salt Lake City Swamperts against the Australian Arcanines versus Coach Jesse. If you guys missed my team builder video, definitely go ahead and check that out. You guys will be seeing the team builder for Week 6 this week. Unfortunately, no, I just haven't been able to upload, so I'm sending you guys Week 3 through Week 6 all in 1 week. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You guys get 4 battles this week to watch. But if you guys didn't watch my team prep video for this, definitely go ahead and check it out. It's on the channel. It's definitely uploaded. So you can see why we brought the Pokemon we brought. As we do see, Jesse decided to bring his Empoleon, his Heatran, his Gliscor, his Latias, his Raikou, and his Tornadus Therium form. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this battle. So here, I figured that I would lead Weavile to kind of bluff the Scarf and see what he could potentially lead, as well as if it came to like Tornadus or something along those lines. As he actually does go ahead and lead the Empoleon. Empoleon can't really do anything to Scotty here, except potentially Scald Burn, but I feel like he was going to try and get up his rock. So I actually stayed in and I went for the knockoff here, which does a huge amount of damage to it, as Empoleon actually does go ahead, stay in, and go for the Stealth Rocks. And now with the knockoff here, it's like, do I continue to bluff the Scarf, or do I go for the low kick here and knock this thing out now so it's not a problem later on? And that's actually what I decided to do. I go for the low kick, I knock out this thing, I revealed I'm not Scarfed, but we're already able to knock out one of Jesse's walls, as Heatran does come in next. So I'm going to go ahead and actually swap right out into my Percy. If you guys do remember from the team prep video, Vaporeon this week is going to be especially defensive to really handle all the threats on his side of the field, like the Heatran and stuff. Really, the only threat is going to be that Z Solar Beam if he does decide to do that. But he actually just goes for the Flash Cannon. We're eating that up all day. Percy is so awesome in that fact. And so, knowing that this Heatran didn't want to take any damage this early on in the game, I decided to go ahead and go for the Baton Pass to see what he swapped out into. So that's exactly what he did. We're our calling game, our prediction game is on point as we do Baton Pass. He brings in the Latias. I'm going to go ahead and actually swap into our Walnut, which is there to actually assist us in getting rid of the rocks and putting up our own rocks and our spikes, as you guys will see. But what really started to scare me was, while I don't have my Sturdy right now, this Latias actually starts going for Calm Minds. And I was super scared, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, now I know it's not going to be Scarfed. Weavile definitely outspeeds it 100%, so I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to get up as many hazards as I can. It doesn't matter how many Calm Minds this thing gets up. This thing is not living to Weavile. This thing is not living to Weavile. So, more and more leftovers damage. I'm at my Sturdy now, so I'm guaranteed to live at least one Draco. He goes for another Calm Mind, so after I Rapid Spin, I'm like, this is the time. This is the time, you guys. We're going to get up some rocks. We are getting up rocks. So now he's at +2. I was expecting him to try and max out, or at least get to +3, just because I didn't know the damage calc on Fortress. So I get up the rocks. He goes for the Draco, the Z Psyshock actually against me. As you guys do see, Jesse unfortunately forgot that Fortress does carry Sturdy most of the time, so this Shattered Psyche will actually just go ahead and knock us all the way down to our Sturdy, which actually allows me to live one more turn here and get up Spikes, which does play a tremendous, awesome role in this battle for sure. But yeah, it's scary to think that this thing is at +2, still at full health, but Scotty, our Weavile, can easily come and knock off, and we're living 100%. We're living 100%. I mean, this thing is not. I mean, Latias is not living, and it has a little bit of chip damage on it as well. It does have a little bit of chip damage, which is really cool. But Fortress goes ahead and goes down. I feel like Fortress has done its job. You can't defog unless Latias has it. So Scotty comes in, free of charge now, putting on that pressure. We're going to go ahead and knock off, and I actually find out that this Latias has enough investment to live one knockoff. As you guys will see, Latias barely lives a very slight sliver, and he goes for the Draco, and Scotty is actually going to get knocked out here with that +2 Latias, which is super, super scary to think that. But now, oh gosh, I could not believe that it lived. But Latias, it can't come back in again with the rocks and the spikes there. So I'm going to go ahead and send in MILF or Nidoqueen to guarantee the outspeed. We're going to go ahead and Ice Beam and get the easy knockout. I do reveal that I am Scarfed, but you know, I feel like we are sitting in a really good position here just with the remaining mons we have. So Heatran automatically comes back in, get some rocks damage, get some spikes damage. And of course, once again, my immediate switch in is going to be Vaporeon. As you guys do see, rocks and spikes damage really did a lot to that Heatran. I do fear that Z Bloom Doom. Oh, I did fear that Z Bloom Doom, but after he used that Shattered Psyche, I had nothing to fear. As Jesse starts actually going for the Ancient Powers to really just get some chip damage on our Perseus, on our Percy. Should just start naming it Perseus. As it goes for the Ancient Power again, I know I can live it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and Scald, whittle this thing down a little bit more. Yeah. And then the next turn, I'll go ahead and go for the Wish just to keep my health really high for the future, to be able to wall some more of his mons down the line. More leftovers damage. We're sitting over 50%. Yeah, he actually goes for the Earth Power here, so I'm finding out a lot of his set. And here's where it kind of scared me, as he does get the special defense drop. But I end up going for the Wish. I'm going to go for the Wish and kind of risk the Biscuit on this one. Definitely going to be risking the Biscuit, and I'm just going to go for the Scald and praying that I can live this. And he actually switches out here. I don't know why he switched out. I figured this would be it. This would be his best opportunity time to switch into Raikou. Raikou taking rocks damage, taking spikes damage. And here is where things get crazy, because this Scald is going to be doing a tremendous amount to this Raikou, as you guys will see right here. Throwing it out, I realized it was it was a shiny. It had to be the event set with Aura Sphere for our Weavile, but the Wish comes off and we actually get all of our health back. And even if this thing is a Specs Raikou, Thunderbolt will not knock us out. So I could have actually gone for another Scald and guaranteed the knockout, but I decided let's not risk that. Percy plays such a vital role with his remaining mons. We'll go ahead and switch out into Joey Galaxy just in case that Thunderbolt. But of course, he goes ahead and goes for that Hidden Power Ice, which does a huge amount of damage to us. But knowing that it's a rash nature for this set, we definitely outspeed it with Joey Galaxy here. And so, even with the little health we have, we carried Hidden Power Ground on this Joey Galaxy for this Raikou and for the Heatran. And Hidden Power Ground comes off and comes into play, ladies and gentlemen. We knock out the Raikou. He sends in the Heatran. We're going to Hidden Power Ground again, and we're going to knock this thing out as well, as more Stealth Rocks and more Spikes damage comes off. So I feel that was amazing prep in our part, knowing that these things could swap in, and having this Hidden Power type really benefited in our effect. Being able to knock out the Raikou and the Heatran, both tremendous, tremendous threats to us. But now Tornadus comes in, and yes, Tornadus does take 25%. I'm thinking, though, if this thing is going to outspeed, because it's base 121 speed, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Shattered Psyche, just in case, you know? Just for the hell of it. And actually, I ended up outspeeding, which showed me that this Tornadus actually had some defensive some HP and Assault investment, Assault Vest investment, I think, or something like that. I can't remember what Jesse told me it was, but we actually ended up outspeeding. We hit the Shattered Psyche. I'm thinking this is going to be a roll, depending on what how much bulk he has, and it lives on the red. It lives in the red, and Joy Galaxy goes down to Extra Sensory, so we're down, I think, 3 and 2 right now. It's like I can send in Percy, or I can send in Nidoqueen to Scarf everything, just click Ice Beam, and we're good. And the music went out again. What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, we don't need to finish this with the music. MILF comes in, and being Scarfed, we lock ourselves into Ice Beam, knocks out the Tornadus. It couldn't have swapped out because of rocks. Gliscor comes in, and we are able to pick up the victory against Jesse. Ladies and gentlemen, the Salt Lake City Swampers are now 1-4. I am so happy that we finally got a victory under our belt. We could have had one last week if I didn't misplay at the end, but we finally got our first victory. 3-0 versus Jesse. Super, super happy. Super, 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 super happy, guys. And Next week we will be facing Arthur and the Phoenix Sunflower, so we have to definitely bring our A game because Arthur's team is nothing to laugh at, that's for sure. And so hopefully you guys will be seeing the Team Builder video later today or at the same time as this video, as I've just been really busy with school and stuff, and I've had to I'm going to bulk upload week 3, 4, 5, and 6 coming to you tomorrow. That battle is coming to you tomorrow on Thursday. But yeah, Salt Lake City Swamperts are against the grind now. After this week, I found out that we've actually gone up a spot. We are no longer the lowest spot in our league. And if we're able to beat Arthur and Marco is able to take a loss and we're able to keep the differential good, we might be able to work our way into the top 4 spots in our conference. But like I said, it's an uphill battle versus Arthur. But if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more of this, definitely subscribe and leave a like down below. Let me know what you thought about this video. Are you excited that the Salt Lake City Swamperts finally have a victory under your belt? Do you feel like we could make it to the playoffs despite how we started off our season? Let me know what you guys think for sure. But I'm going to get up out of here. My name is Sunbrother2, and I'll see you guys in the next one.